like that really makes him a believer, or that really makes him an Israelite. So what you been over there? If your lineage don't go back to them and you don't have faith and you're not part of the elect, you out of there. You out of there, man. You know, and it was proven through the Spirit that he wasn't of Israel because he had to get up out of there. Like the scriptures say, the wicked flee when no man pursue him. You see? We were about to bring out the scriptures through the Spirit that cut him and he had to get up out of there. You know? And it plainly tell you that Israel shall discontinue from their heritage. You know? I tell a so-called African American that he from the tribe of Judah, he gonna look at me like I lost my mind. And that term African American was put on you by Jesse Jackson in the 1980s. So who gave him that authority? The elites. Them gutter rats.
I mean, you can hear him, like you said, man. You let them talk, they gon' stick their foot in their mouth. Cause he was saying, "Oh yeah, I've been right there. I've been right there where my Savior was hung at. I stood right there on the same place." Then he said, "Well, it's a grocery store." So how the hell you know you stood there? It's a grocery store.
And then I asked him, "What does the Lord look like according to the Bible?" He couldn't even tell me.
Yeah.
And the girl they was with, that said that it don't matter. I automatically knew she was an Edomite. I automatically knew, you know. But I was messing with him, you know. But what's that? Jeremiah the 14th chapter.
God. Yeah. Man, you Edomite, man, y'all quick. A lot of them Edomite women, man, they quick to always say, "Why does it matter?" Well, it don't matter. Why you ain't walking with a black dude? Why you walking with a white dude? That's what I always tell them. Why you ain't got a black man for your man? Why you ain't bowing down to the
because her daddy told her not to deal with him. See, she been eyeballing him, but her daddy told her not to deal with him.
Yeah, you lose all your earthly inheritance on this side from your daddy. Yeah. Satan is him. You know? You want that 14:2. Yeah. It's like Jeremiah 14:2. It says, "Judah mourneth, and their gates thereof languish."
Judah's in mourning. The gates thereof languish, meaning they ruin. And the gates are talking about the leaders. Like I mentioned earlier about Jesse Jackson, he the one that put that term on you, African American. And that term go back to Leo's, one of them, Africa, go back to Leo Scipio's Africanus, who defeated Hannibal in the Third Punic War. And conquered the northern parts of Africa, because that's what we was. And Hannibal was an Israelite. Hannibal was commanding his army in Hebrew. And tell you that in the book Babylon 10:2. That he was, well, I'm gonna get it. He tell you that in the book Babylon 10:2. That he was commanding his army in Hebrew. And Hannibal was an Israelite. So if I can find it real quick.
It says, "Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish." Like I said, Judah mourneth. You know, the Negroes, the Haitians, Jamaicans get mourning, right? He said the gates thereof languish. It says, "They are black unto the ground." Meaning color, and meaning what? We in a low state, you know. We down on the bottom. We're at the bottom, you know. And our leaders of this society, they haven't got the people together to tell them that they're the Israelites, and they know that they have been paid off not to tell our people. Most of them preachers, that's why they signed the 501c3 tax statute. So you can get that money, but in that statute, they can't, the First Amendment right is took. Then they can't preach the truth. So now they're not gonna tell you. They're gonna preach prosperity to you. You know?
Yeah, and that was set up by the so-called Jews. Them gutter rats. them gutter rats, when you read one of them books called The Learned Elders of Zion, they said what they was gonna do in pushing these churches was they was gonna flip it and say this how you get this is how you know the Heavenly Father and Son is dealing with you. How much materialistic stuff you got. And that's the vibration that they push in them churches, is that prosperity doctrine. But you're not gonna win on this side, man. It's always a struggle, a roller coaster ride on this side, man. You see? And then they don't even give you real money, because real money is gold and silver and cattle and land. You know? Tell you that in the HJR 192 that they did away with the gold, and when they pushed forth this that Federal Reserve note, and whatever you buy, you don't even own it. It tell you in the HJR 192. Google it.
Okay, this passage is from page 108, talking about Hannibal, right?
Yeah, and like I was saying, Hannibal's father was Hamilcar Barker, and what had happened was his father died, and then that's when Hannibal came in that position, you know, to control the army. Okay, but his father was Hamilcar Barker.
It says, and we Hebrew writers, we who write and feel in our biblical tongue, have recognized at once that this recalled Phoenician language is nothing more or less than Hebrew, a pure Hebrew dialect nearly the same as spoken in the country of Israel. The population of Carthage was derived from Palestine, and its civilization was Hebraic in origin. Slouts is certain after much research that the language Hannibal spoke and in which he directed his troops was Hebrew.
See, so Hannibal spoke Hebrew, and Hannibal was a Hebrew Israelite. Okay, down there in Carthage, in the northern parts of Africa. So when he was overthrown by Leo Scipios Africanus, which was a Roman general, that continent was named after him, Africa. Before it was called Ham, meaning hot. You see? There's some more in there, but that's it.
Read some more. It says, there is evident that the Carthaginians possessed a high priesthood, and their ceremonies and sacrifices were similar to the rituals found in the book of Leviticus. It says, according to some inscriptions, the Hebrew tribes of Asher and Zebulun.
Oh, that's pure magic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he went off on that.
Yeah, so did.
Yeah, he went off on that. So then you gotta watch. You gotta watch, man.
We ain't gonna even tell you what he said. He
went off. So you gotta watch. But this in this book, there it is, Hannibal. But just show him. You ain't gotta show him that. But that's the clear picture of it. But that's in this book.
Mm-hmm.
That's to prove you that Hannibal was a Jake. That's a picture of him when he was younger. That's a clearer picture. But on the back, on the other side of that, he shows you right there. Yeah, show him that. That's the picture that's in the book. But what I did was print it out so you can see it a little bit clearer. That's a Jake right there, man. He was an Israelite. And when he got conquered after the third punic,
that shows clearly.
Yeah, that's the picture. Yeah. But yeah, that proved that Hannibal was Israelite. You know, and he was speaking Hebrew. And the Carthaginians had the custom of the Israelites, and he commanded his army in Hebrew. And like I was saying, when Leo Scipios Africanus defeated him, that land became Africa in the northern part. And again, America go back to a so-called white man named Americo Vespucci, which was a contemporary with Christopher Columbus. Basically, he was a sea merchant, you know. And there was times in their book that we brought out last week. They came before Columbus. In that book, it tell you that Columbus and Americo Vespucci knew each other, because Columbus had told his son to get in contact with Americo Vespucci so he can speak to the courts for Columbus. So they knew each other, you know.
This is Psalms 49:11. Their inward thoughts is that their houses shall continue forever.
Yeah, their inward thoughts is that their houses shall continue forever. The so-called white man kingdom, he think it's gonna continue forever. That's why the Edomite was snapping pictures like that. But he don't know his time short, man. He don't know, man. He about to come up on martial law, man. He don't know how close he is to his kingdom falling, man. Because these so-called white people be planning stuff for 2025, man. No, it's over for that, man. It's over for that, man. Y'all at the tipping point, man. Y'all are, hey, y'all kingdom about to go out, man, with a big bang, man. With a big fucking bang, man. You got the Russians angry, you got China angry, you got North Korea angry, you got Iran angry. They put it on CNN biggest day, and they been on the web talking about death to America. Them Iranians, man, the Persians, man. So whatever you do, whatever Israel, them gutter rats do, to drag you into the war to go against Iran, hey, man, it's closed shop, man. Russia gonna step in, man, and let y'all have it, man. Let America have it. But in the meantime, it gonna be total hell on this side, man. That dollar gonna collapse. It gonna be total hell on this side, man. And that war gonna be going on the other side, man. Gonna drag America into it, man.
I think Russia did a warning about them bombing in the Yemen right now.
Yeah, they in Yemen.
They warned them. The brother Kwahala called me and played a clip on the phone about how Russia was warning them about bombing it. Like, they don't stop, they gonna get in it. So
they gonna get in it, man.
Yeah, man.
So I remember one time I was listening to what's his name, Wesley Tarpley one time, and he was saying on one of his radio shows that said they gonna try to, when they mess with Syria, they gonna hurry up and try to take Iran. So that's what they look like they doing, man. That's what it looks like they doing, man. So, hey, Lord willing, it happen soon, man. Lord willing, this place collapse, man, real soon, because these devils think their house is gonna continue forever, man. And the nigga woman gonna get a rude awakening, man. She gonna get a rude awakening, man. You know? This it. This the end, man. This it. You know?
It says Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling place to all generations.
Yeah, to all generations, to pass down to their grandsons and their grandsons and their grandsons and their grandkids. You see? Pass down the riches that they got, and to continue to build off the backs of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And scheme and oppress them. They think they're gonna continue to live it up like this and dwell like this and continue to pass it down to their children, man. Hell no. That shit ain't going, man. Nope. Go ahead.
They call the lands after their own name.
They call the land after their own name. Everywhere that they conquer, they call a name, they call the land after their own land and after their own name, and then they'll remove the landmarks and say it belonged to them. You see? America. Africa. You see? Pure madness, man.
Yep.
Pure madness. And change up the history and won't even tell you the true history about who the people are that was the indigenous people of that land. They'll hide all that, man. Fucking devils, man, and then want you to continue to cling to them and be cool with them. No, you gotta pay for all that lying, man. You gotta pay for all that wickedness that you done done on the earth and all this fucking lying, man, and destroying the earth, man, and corrupting and pushing all that homosexuality all on TV and shit, man. You gotta pay for that shit, man. You just can't keep going on like that, man, and think ain't nothing gonna happen to you. He might say he believe in karma. So those that lead into captivity shall go into captivity, pursuing the Revelation 13, man.
God. You know them in their spirit. They got the spirit of Cain. You know, they named their houses forever. Cain did the same thing when he left. He named the city after his son Enoch. When you read in Genesis, the 4th chapter. So they've been, you know, that's the spirit, man. They spirit of wickedness, man.
The spirit of wickedness, man. They can't get around it, man. They don't. All they know is wickedness. And then you'll come. You got Jake that'll come up to you, or you talk to Jake on the streets. You know, just not being on the highway and the byway, but just talking. You know, on the streets. They'll say, "Well, you mean to tell me all white people are wicked?" Hell yeah. The reason why you asking, and it's a stumbling block to you, because you don't understand history, nor do you understand who you are.